Hey there, and welcome to another Dave Does video, and today we are doing a review of the Before the Sirens track. And yeah, this is a video I shot back in must be 6 weeks ago, give or take, from the time of doing this review of it. Now I wanted to take you through a little bit of the journey. There will be a making of video where I'll actually break down all the kind of elements, the layers and structures and stuff that we did on it, but in this particular case this is just me talking about the storytelling, etc. Now, Before the Sirens, when they came to me about this song, were really kind of quite clear about what they wanted, so it wasn't a case of here's a song, give me an idea of what we should do. They were very like, this is what we want. We want a guy in a room, we want the band playing, and we want to cut it. So it was quite a simple process of putting it together. There was some nitpick details. The storytelling element, I challenged quite a lot around it, and I think that was what that's what they liked about working with me, was the creative challenging rather than just accepting what they wanted to do. My kind of viewpoint when doing any sort of music video is, if I don't get it or I don't understand it, how on earth, as a viewer who doesn't even have the explanation behind it, how are they going to understand it? So it has to really tell a story. I think we did a pretty good job on it. I think it works well what we have done. Could we have done even more on the storytelling element? Possibly. But I think we would have needed a different shooting location and other things like that. So I think working on the single shooting location, or actually ends up being a couple of locations, bits that we did, it does work really well. Yeah, I'm going to take you through the video as we did it and give you some commentary as we go. Now, the first part of this video was actually added in once everything else was done. So when we finished shooting all of the live stuff, and we shot what we thought was going to be the end scene, and then we kind of started talking about it and came up with some other bits, and then we used those as the end scene, and then we put something else that was the end scene at the start, and then after I think version 7 or 8 of the edit came out, they came back and said that they wanted to do another intro to help explain the story, which I wasn't fine. Didn't have a problem with, because as I said to them, it's down to them to shoot it. I'm not going to come back out and shoot the intro, and as it's just the intro, I can drag and drop everything else forward, drop the intro in. It's going to take me 20 minutes, half hour, just to put it all in, get it all edited in as needed, and it was fine, so I didn't have a problem with it. So this first section, let's do it. So I asked Al to shoot various signs. Each of these bits, like his mobile and the TV, are all displaying green screen. So there's like, I think you can go to on YouTube, which just has like 8 hours of green screen. You can just put it on. That means when I come to do editing and I need to take it out and replace it with something like this static image, it's nice and easy for me to do. The click sounds on the remote control, I had to add those in all extra. Trying to marry them up with his finger button pressing was a bit tricky because he did kind of lots of randomized. Got pretty close, I think, on that. We've got a nice little flash of light, and here he wakes up. So this is meant to say something's happened. In the footage he was watching on his phone, you wouldn't have really been able to tell, but it was all about anti-government protest footage that we put in there. And I don't even know if they knew that. Get out of the way. Really nice, crisp, white, clean room. There are a couple of shots in this that I'm going back, I don't think I would put in, or I might have changed more, but that's what you can do. Lighting was a challenge. So we had just the rest of the lights, and we had one light on that side. If I brought all my lights in, we would have had an issue with capturing them too much. To get this wide shot, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So I had to use a lot of this in composition. Lots of tweaking, trying to balance the light effects. We had great fun tying his arms and his legs up. I think he was losing blood supply there. So just want to show a couple of things that I feel really important about when doing music videos. You've got the microphone, we've got the bass, and we've got the guitars, all of which are showing they've got leads in. So the leads are all going off somewhere. So we all know that in a music video they're not actually playing. But if you're going to do it, pretend to. So sometimes I see it and people don't have the mic stand plugged in, but they'll have the bass with wireless mic packs in. So either don't do it at all and just pretend with no wires, nothing, or do it all 100% all the way across. And I'm always a big fan of saying, look, just do it all the way across. If you're doing it on green screen, you don't want those wires so much, so you would just tuck the wire in your back pocket and then pretend it's like some sort of wireless pack you've got around there. But that's if you're working with green screen, because these cables can be a pain in the arse otherwise. So the footage used on these TV screens was something they gave me, so it wasn't anything particular that I pulled together. Yeah, let me just go back to that last shot. You can see one problem. So this, we didn't use many of these shots, and there's a reason behind it. Not necessarily because Al's giving you the big old grins, cheesy face, but you can actually see there's a big shadow on his face, and that's because right behind my right shoulder where I was filming, it was where the big room light we had was, so it was casting a shadow on his face. And so I should have got him to stand a bit further back. These are things that in hindsight we could have done better, but there's not much I can do about it now. I mean, all the other shots from the guys, like the standard room shot, even like the flicker on Al's face when he's sitting in the chair, that was actually a flicker effect we put in afterwards to make it look like the screen was flickering. There's lots of stuff you could nitpick, but then when you're working on a lower budget, you've only got so much you can achieve. Most of it's down to timing. Zoom through action. I think my favourite section is usually the breakdown on this. All of our shots where he's in the chair, they're all done on like security cameras again. And originally I think I had the band under that same camera, and they were like, no, we want it just clean. I love that shot. So cool. These were all added in quite late in the editing sequence, where we threw about 4 or 5 different ideas. And this is what the band really wanted. Now this wasn't necessarily the one I liked. I had quite a lot of like subliminal message type things like conform, obey and stuff coming up the screen. I really liked that idea, but it's very much about what the band want. And they were like, we want it to feel like it's social media, and this was only because we shot the ending. So it's like his torments being the propaganda to the piece, out to the people. Here it's like it's taking over all the different TV screens, like the TV channel. Politicians and lying. I always felt like I shouldn't have used the microphone at all. This is the bit we added at the last minute. It's all about Al being tormented. He's still there. Oh, poor old Al. He's still being tormented there somewhere. And then the screen goes black. There we go. That is for the Sirens these days. So, what do you think about that? I personally really enjoyed it. I don't know why I'm looking over there. The camera's there. Hi over there. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good, fun shoot to do. It was shot in, I think we did about 4 hours of filming, including setup time. So again, wasn't too bad. We just got the, I think, 3 takes per person, and I think I used maybe 1 or 2 takes. It's generally how I work, is 3 takes, and usually the first 2 takes are scrapped, and I keep the third because it usually takes 3 takes for people to settle in, get comfortable. First takes are usually complete garbage, but you need to get that first take out of the way so that they can relax and get comfortable and find out what they want to do. So you, rather than spending a lot of time, unless you observe something that was really cool, I tend to just delete the first one and then have a quick look at the second and the third to see which one's the best, and just use one, because there's no point in trying to use lots and lots of variations of takes to make your life a freaking misery in editing. If you've got one good take of the song by that person, maybe there might be a couple of bump sections which don't look right. You just make sure you cut to a different camera angle during that one. It's as simple as that. So yeah, it was pretty good fun, and in the editing there was quite a lot of things they kept requesting or kind of talking to me about, and I didn't mind that too much because it was quite interesting for me to go and try some different stuff. There were some different things in there that I hadn't done in a video before, so they asked me to do it, and I was like, yeah, I guess I can do it. Let me go and learn how to do that, and it should be fine. So, and it came out pretty well, but I'd love to know what you think in the comments down below. Now, if you like the video, please do subscribe, click the bell icon, like and share, and that, of course, is how Dave does it.